Hello again, everybody. Subscribe, share, like, make sure and comment your opinions on this. I know I had gotten away from theories and all that for a while, but with some of the creators that have come out in the last couple of days and things that they're finding out and comments that Don Wells himself is making, it got me to thinking again. I mean, there's got to be a reason why nobody can find this child. And I have said all along, with him saying there is no evidence, there can never be any evidence. The only way there can never be any evidence is if nothing ever happened to the child other than she was moved somewhere else. Now, okay, I agree. I believe something happened because CPS was coming up there. Okay, they were getting involved. But on the other hand, could there be a possibility that this was all planned out? Maybe they needed money. Maybe they wanted money. Maybe they had read into too many, the child cases and stuff like that. Maybe we're just dealing with full minded people who thought that they could get away with putting a hoax out there in hopes of gaining the reward money. Maybe they had help from other people that they supposedly have known for more than 7 years, but pretended like that they didn't know them when summer got gone. Just a thought, guys. Listen to these two hoaxes that were out there recently in the last decade, and tell me what you think. Well, it's been a little bit more than a decade, but for the one, but it still happened, and all they wanted was the notoriety, the publicity of what happened. But they got a little bit more than what they bargained for, because instead of money, they went to jail. Take a listen to this and tell me what you think. They drugged her, hid her, then waited to claim $50,000 reward. Mother made emotional appeals to find 9-year-old daughter missing for 24 days, convicted of kidnapping plot. The mother of Shannon Matthews was told she faced substantial jail term yesterday after she was found guilty of kidnapping her daughter, holding her drugged in a relative's flat, then calling police and making a series of tearful TV appeals. Karen Matthews, 33, will be sentenced after Christmas with her co-defendant Michael Donovan, 40, who was found hiding with the 9-year-old in his flat 24 days after she failed to return home from school swimming trip in Dewsbury in February. They triggered a $3.2 million police hunt, the largest operation by West Yorkshire police since the Yorkshire Ripper inquiry. Having acted out a plan which police believe may have been inspired by the search for Madeleine McCann, both were found guilty at Leeds Crown Court of kidnap, false imprisonment, and perverting the course of justice. Before sending them down, Mr. Justice McComb told both that they faced substantial custodial sentences. Outside court, neighbors and police condemned the cruelty and the waste of resources caused by a scam aimed at stealing $50,000 in reward money for finding Shannon. Julie Bushby, chair of the Residents and Tenant Association, Moorside Estate, where Matthews lived with her partner, Craig Meehan, said, "She let us down. The tears she cried when she did those appeals on TV and when she gave evidence in court were crocodile tears. As for Michael Donovan, he's just weird." Detective Superintendent Andy Branham, who led the investigation, said Karen Matthews is pure evil. She started deceiving those closest to her from the very moment that Shannon was kidnapped. It is difficult to understand what type of mother would subject her own daughter to such a wicked and evil crime. She is a manipulative individual who has demonstrated a remarkable ability to lie. Michael Donovan is an accomplished liar. Following his arrest and during his trial, he has attempted to portray himself as a weak-willed individual who only acts under duress. We have never accepted this as an accurate reflection of his involvement in Shannon's kidnapping. The pair will be sentenced after psychiatric social services reports, which are likely to include events before the false kidnapping. The trial heard forensic evidence that Shannon had been given the sedative temazepam and the travel sickness tablets Travelese, both used to drug her at Donovan's flat as early as May 2006 and on at least 3 occasions prior to the kidnapping. For 24 days, the hunt for Shannon Matthews was a repeat of the search for Madeleine McCann. Detectives abandoned murder inquiries to join the team, and hundreds of local people took part. Then, to the astonishment of even the hardened murder specialist heading the police inquiry, the woman at the heart of it turned out to be the kidnap organizer. "Get Karen down here," yelled Donovan as police dragged him from his flat in Batley car a mile and a half from Shannon's home after finding the girl hidden under a bed. "We got a plan. We're sharing the money, $50,000. At that moment in Leeds, a mobile beeped for Brennan, who was explaining the lack of progress to members of the police authority. "We found Shannon," was the message from the detective constable Paul Kettlewell, one of 5 officers who broke down Donovan's door. "Where's the body?" asked Brennan, a veteran of more than 20 unalive inquiries. "No, we found her alive. We're on the way to the station," said Kettlewell. "It stopped me in my tracks," said Brennan. "I had to get straight over to Dewsbury to see her physically to reassure myself." He walked into a room where Shannon was playing with some toys, and she smiled and said hello. Brennan recalls, "I smiled back and said hello myself. That was all that needed to be said. We'd rescued a kidnapped 9-year-old child, and police work doesn't get any better." Now, the point being, in me reading this story to you, that's not all of it. I mean, it goes on to explain more and more. But the point being is, it is not that far-fetched to believe that parents could produce a hoax as of the child has been kidnapped just to gain the reward. Perhaps they didn't realize that it would go worldwide. Perhaps they didn't realize that Summer would be the object of people around the world falling in love with her and wanting to know what happened. They didn't realize, allegedly, did not realize how big this case would go. It's a thought, it's a theory, and it happens more times than you think, guys. I mean, just, listen to the story about the family back in 2009 with the hot air balloon and them staging that hoax where they told the law enforcement and everybody that he was actually in a hot air balloon that had soared up into the sky, and the whole time he was sitting in his mom and dad's attic. And when the little boy was asked why he done it, he said, "Daddy, you said we were doing it for the story." So although they did get pardoned by the governor of their state, they did go through ridicule and shame for their part in that hoax. And people still believe that they concocted that hoax to gain fame and notoriety and whatever else. Is it a possibility in the summerwells case that Don, Candace, Grandis, and maybe a few others, people maybe that Don swears up and down they've been friends with for years, and then when this all came out, they acted like they didn't know them, could have put this whole thing in motion just to get the money that would have been given as a reward, or the money that would have been raised on Facebook GoFundMe, or the money that would be given through, Cash Apps and PayPals and donations. And come on, guys, did they think they could get away with this? Did they not realize that it could possibly blow up in their faces? Now look what they're facing, if that's the story. You tell me what you think.